All right, good morning, guys. So today is Friday, and it means it's time for the weekly update. But one thing that I'm going to be doing different today is that it is tax-free weekend here in Tennessee for the back-to-school shopping. Now, usually, I am one of those people that get ready I'm the one that's usually at the store at like midnight or 11:30, so that way I can check out by the time midnight's done, to take advantage of those deals. But since a couple of years ago, or I guess last year really, was when Walmart changed their hours to where they close at 11, then I can't do that. So I'm typically at the store at like 6 o'clock in the morning when they open, so that way I can get those deals. But I'm not going to be going to Walmart right now. Instead, I found out that I don't know if it's our Dollar General, I think it's just Dollar Generals in general, but they have started to do a 30% teacher discount thing, and I was able to go ahead and get my teacher verification all taken care of. So that's where I'm going to be headed now. And they don't open till later, which means I can sleep in a little bit. And the bonus side of having to homeschool, or of homeschooling, not having to, because we get that choice, of homeschooling, is that I'm not trying to fight for the same supplies that 20 other parents are trying to fight for. So that makes it a lot easier. I can kind of taper, I guess, if that's the right word. Or I can just kind of use whatever we need. I can get whatever supplies that I think we will need for the coming school year and just take advantage of it as much as I can on tax-free weekend. One other good thing about the Dollar General discount, though, is that they're actually doing the discount up until I think the first week in September, the first or second week in September. So even if there's stuff that I forget on the tax-free weekend, or something that I see I didn't realize until the later part of August that I actually needed, then I can still go ahead and go grab it. It's not that big of a deal, and I still get a nice discount on it, at least for the time being. So I will probably just go ahead and tag y'all along with me. I'm not sure how much video I'll actually do in the store. But yeah, so just stick around. So since I'm still waiting for Dollar General to open in a little bit, we can go ahead and catch up on what's happened on Happy Humble Home this week. Again, we're still kind of in the middle of summer. We're not starting back school for like another 2 weeks roughly, because yeah, I think public school goes back Monday in a few days. We go back the following Monday, so we have about a week and a half still left till we go back. So we're still fully enjoying summer. I will be working on a juice video this week. I'm still in the works on that, but it will be coming up this week. Also, all the plants are doing really well. My tomatoes, I never did get any carrots, so I think there was a lot of factors into why those didn't come. But another thing that I'm going to be doing today while I'm out is trying to find me some bush beans, and I will hopefully be able to find some and get those in the ground today, is my hope. And I will also show y'all my tomatoes, but my biggest tomato plant is starting to get a lot of blossom end rot. Blossom end rot on it. And I had called like 4 or 5 different co-ops around my area, called TSC, Lowe's, Walmart, everywhere I'd looked, and I could never find the liquid calcium that everybody says you need to use for that. But luckily, where my dad lives, their co-op had some, so he brought me some when he was coming to get the boys. He grabbed some and brought it to me. So that's why I'm 3 short today too, because they opted to go with Granddaddy and help him on his land, get it ready for hunting season and all. So that's where they're off to, still enjoying their summer. And I don't know why all of a sudden it started. I think I was watering my plants too much as they matured. So I think that was, again, beginner error, user error on that one. But it's okay. I think I've got it figured out, and hopefully I'll be able to save some. I haven't lost any tomatoes due to it yet. At this point, I've lost 3 to birds, and that's it. Since my tomatoes, I am going to be using those for the purpose of canning. So I figured out also a way that I can get the ones that are ripe, still go ahead and harvest those, but kind of keep them. I need them to last a little bit longer, so that way I can wait and can a whole bunch at a time. So that's what I'm doing. So there's a lot of people that I've seen that they will put their tomatoes in a single layer just in the freezer until they're ready, because once they're ready, they'll just stick them in the pot, which is what I would do to blanch them anyways, to get the skins off. So I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. We'll try and see. If y'all have tried that and it didn't work or something, let me know. But I'm about to go in here. Like I said, I probably won't take y'all along with me much inside, just because I don't have my extra hands like I had planned to today. And it will kind of be hard to try to shop and get the right angles and all. But I will be checking back in with y'all, so don't go anywhere. All right, guys, so I just got done in Dollar General. They didn't have everything I needed, which I didn't expect them to. And the lady in there said that they actually didn't get as much as they usually do. But I was able to get our basic binders, filler paper, some copying paper, some pencils, that kind of, and glue sticks, that kind of basic school supplies that I want. Stuff like a bigger 3-ring binder I can still get cheaper at Walmart. So like the 3-ring binder, I'll wait and get that at Walmart. They didn't have the kind of planners that I use for myself, or the kind that I'm going to use for my son. And also in Tennessee, at least, like they also include like socks and clothing as part of the back to school tax-free stuff. So I always try to stock up on, or I always try to get at least one pair or one pack of socks for every member of the family, usually, just that way I can go ahead and grab it while it's tax-free. And they definitely will be using those. So there was a couple things like that I wasn't able to get, or I didn't find. I was looking for a very specific type and I couldn't find it there. So we're gonna head to Walmart now, and like I said, I may or may not bring y'all actually in the store with me. It just kind of depends on how many free hands I have. So let's jump over there. So here I'm at Walmart, as you can see. I always buy socks on tax-free weekend. I know it sounds crazy, but it's tax-free, and socks are something that my family definitely goes through, so I always get us all at least one pack of socks. And then those little mesh bags right there, they're not actually for pencils, they're for something else that I will show you when we get home. Now I'm actually going to head to see if they have any bush beans. I don't think they do, but we're gonna go head that way and see if they have any bush beans. If not, I'll go to Lowe's and get my beans there. So Lowe's did not have any bush beans. The nursery across the street didn't have any bush beans, but they told me about a place in close down that I gave a call to, and they have some bush beans, but I'm not gonna run all the way out there yet because I'll be out there later this evening. But there should be, I think there's a co-op near where my husband's at today. So he said he would stop by and see if they have any bush beans. So hopefully they will. If not, I do know a place that has some still in stock. But right now I'm gonna show y'all exactly what I was gonna do with this little storage, this little backpack storage bag. So I will show y'all how I take care of flies. So I don't know if y'all seen the whole little trick for keeping the flies away, because there was one day a couple weeks ago whenever I was doing the creaming the corn out here, I had left a lot of the cobs on the ground. Even though I had picked them up, there was still a lot of flies even the next day, and there's like some little eggs or something on that. But anyways, I basically had always heard that if you take a bar of soap, but it had to be Irish Spring is what I was told, and I didn't have any of that. So I just grabbed some of this basic soap out of the closet that I had, and I didn't have a mesh bag, but I had a Ziploc bag, so I just poked, I don't know if you can see, like a whole bunch of little holes. Oh, this is this apparently. But I had just poked a whole bunch of little holes all in the bag with a toothpick, and it actually worked. I was pleasantly surprised, but since this is hanging out here on our swing, I really would rather have a better way to hang it than just throwing it up there in a hole punched Ziploc bag. And then that's when I was at Walmart. People buy like the little like potpourri mesh bags or something, but I found this for $1 at Walmart. And of course, since it was a school supply, then it was on sale. And people shred it in there, and I did that a little bit, but why is that sticking? They put the label in the weirdest spot on this, that it's actually like, okay, I guess I'll cut that off then. But, and then that way it has a little clip because it's supposed to be for a backpack. And I'm just going to use that. If you don't want something that's as big as this, then I guess you can just get one of the small mesh bags. But it actually works. And I have, like I said, I had only heard that would work with Irish Spring, but it apparently also works with Zest soap. So there's that to you. There we go. There's that, and then the little mesh bag, I guess once summertime and all is over, then you can just take it in, wash it, and there you go. They had all different colors too, but I'm not too worried about the colors. So I'm just worried about keeping flies away from the back porch area. And there we go, and that looks at least a little better than what a Ziploc bag tied up here did. And also, for some reason, there were like some like little eggs or something growing on my Ziploc bag too. So I definitely don't want to do that. I don't know what those are. So, but I'm pretty sure I don't want them growing on me or getting on anything else. So that's what that little mesh bag was for. I want to show you at least my tomatoes real quick, because I did mention earlier in the video that I would show you all. So here's my tomatoes, so you can see right there all the blossom end rot, and I have a lot. I definitely need bigger cages next year. I've realized that too. So again, maybe mistake. I'll get bigger cages better next year. But you can see I have a lot that's not ready to be picked yet. And this plant is my biggest one. That's the one that's getting the most blossom end rot on it. This plant has a little bit, but not a whole lot. And then this one has even less. So I still have a lot to go. As far as the harvest goes, I have a lot that's still turning, a lot that is still green. Very few of them have, like that one has a couple little spots on it, but that's pretty much it. The birds have left my tomatoes alone for the most part. This is where, since my carrots did absolutely nothing, this is where I will hopefully be able to get those bush beans done. But I'll keep y'all updated on that too.